We have approximately somewhere around 230 cars.
I think all the cars, yeah, they're wonderful pieces of machinery.
Designing the cars with Dennis and his team was a challenge because when you go see a movie, you don't want to just see just an average-looking plain car, which thankfully in this world, the cars, they don't look like that. We went to Irwindale and we had this show and tell and had all these amazing cars. And I'm walking around and looking at all the classic American muscle cars, and at the corner of my eye, I see this kind of beat up Monte Carlo. And I just couldn't take my eyes off of it.
Hey, you talking to my girl? She was just admiring my ride.
I'm Dennis McCarthy, picture car coordinator for Fast and the Furious Tokyo. I'm standing in front of our Monte Carlo. This is the vehicle that will be used, driven by Sean, the main character in the opening race sequence.
Why don't you nice boys let your cars do the talking?
I only race for pink slips.
The first one I start out with is the Monte Carlo, which is the one that he built basically for himself from ground up.
Some cars are designated specifically for jumping. We'll have one, possibly two cars for a rollover scene. Here you can see some of the reinforcing and the modifications done for some of these stunts. Like I say, a lot of jumps, a lot of up and down curbs, a lot of, fairly abusive stuff. So all cars will be set up with the reinforcements for the different shocks and whatnot.
Dennis and all of his gang, I mean, we had the top mechanics out with us all the time. And of course, we'd break cars, and half an hour later, they're ready to go.
Terry's the reason why we're building 9 Monte Carlos.
Yes, sir. We're going to wreck them all.
We're going to go through a lot of cars.
I don't care about any other two cameras, but those two right there.
This car right here is like the Mona Lisa of the drift work. Harmon built this bad boy from ground up.
He drives Nissan Silvia, and that's the car that was given to him by one of his friends.
Easy to sound cocky when you got no ride.
Take mine. The red Evo's yours.
And then he ends up getting an Evo and drives it, and he sticks with it for basically the whole movie.
The Evo is a great car, but I think just the shape of it, I thought it fit.
Teach me how to drift.
This ain't a negotiation.
I wasn't negotiating.
They took us out to Irwindale Speedway and totally closed off the track and basically gave me the keys to the Z and said, burn as much rubber as you want.
One of the exercises here is there's 3 cones. You'll line the car up parallel with those 3 cones and then drive into the circle. When you drive into it, the instructor will work with you to what to do on the pedals, on the steering, to set the car into a spin, and then you control the spin on the throttle.
When they took us to Irwindale Racetrack and they showed us how, man, it was awesome. I mean, I was addicted. I wanted to do it every day. I was like, when are we going back to the track, man?
Don't be afraid to feed it a little too much if you get it a little too sideways.
Let's just push it. Let's push them. Let's try everything and see what they can do. And I think it was great because I not only wanted the actors to get a sense of driving, I wanted them to interact with the people who are going to be driving for them, so that they can kind of understand it and they can watch it and they can feel it.
My driver, Rhys Millen, he won the drift championship in 2005, and he's the one that taught me, so, I got lucky.
This son bitch is bad.
Lucas and Brian, they just had a field day.
I'm in Disneyland, I'll tell you that much.
I want it to be believable, and I wanted all the actors to go to feel how it's like to drift, to learn about kind of the art of drifting. But at the same time, we are making a movie. It takes a long time to become very proficient at doing something like this.
Don't lose it! Don't lose it!
Let's have the actors in a controlled environment. Let's give them some basic skill training. They may or may not need to use it in the movie, but if they're acting out the role, they can at least experience what it's like to drive, be in a situation.
What we're trying to do is get them used to steering the car with the throttle.
Knowing what it's like to slide a car, to do a reverse 180, to pull the handbrake.
You're using the momentum, basically, and the speed of the tires to turn the car.
It's amazing. I mean, it looks like you're totally out of control, yet you are totally in control.
I look at it as me. I grew up hunting and fishing or whatever. You know, I grew up with my bow. It's the same way. You get used to your bow. You know how your bow shoots. Same way with the car. You know how your car drives, so you know how to either press on the accelerator or ease off.
When you step in that car and you get ready to drift, it's your world and nobody else is in it.
You gotta punch the gas, then drop the brake, because that's how you get them spinning. But then you have to find like that middle ground, and you have to know, I don't know, it's all in the steering and what you have on the gas, and then you have